Hello and welcome to another episode of Pageants and Pythons. Today we're going to be making a geode skull using a druzy, I don't know how to pronounce this exactly. Y'all help me out with that one. Insert on a skull. So this is a druzy or a druzzy, D-R-U-Z-Y. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but it's an insert that you can put in that leaves geode shapes. So I'm just dusting it very, very lightly with a little bit of iridescent mica paint and just a teeny tiny bit of glitter. And then I'm going to blow it off and kind of get all that excess out. But I'm rubbing it into all the crevices, and making sure it's fully coated. And then I'm going to wipe off the bottom and make sure it's nice and clean because it won't stick if it's not clean. So then what you're going to do is insert this into the bottom of the skull and push it in, and you'll hear like a kind of suction sound, and that means it is stuck to the bottom. You don't want it to be able to come loose, so I'm going to push it in a couple more times and just kind of make sure that it's all the way in there. Again, if it's not clean, it's not going to stick. So then I'm going to use some glitter. Got that Hobby Lobby at half off, so super cheap. And then just a couple random colors of alcohol inks. I really like blues and purples together, but you can use any colors that you want. It's just fun to do. And you don't have to use glitter when you're pouring with the alcohol inks, but I kind of like to. I think it adds something, but I add just a tiny bit. This is also a 2-part epoxy resin that I had stirred for 8 minutes prior to this video. I'm sure you don't want to hear me rambling on for 8 minutes while I stir epoxy resin, so I don't. And then I add just a tiny bit of glitter just to give it a little something extra. So what I'm doing here is pouring a thin layer first so that I don't get too much stainage from the alcohol inks. If you do get stainage, it's not a huge deal. It won't transfer to your next project. But I have some that are so stained that they look like a kaleidoscope and I can barely tell what I'm pouring next. So I've learned to pour a little bit of epoxy resin in first and just make sure that, I have a base for it to sit in. So I pour 1 to 2 drops of the alcohol inks, and then I'm going to pour another thin layer of my epoxy resin. And then I'm going to go and repeat the process a couple of different times. I saw this drizzy mold. I don't, again, no idea how to pronounce it. Don't see me. On someone's site, and I've fallen in love with it. It makes the super cool geode effect, and it is really just honestly spectacular how it comes up with. If anybody else has used these, let me know what you used them in, because it is fairly large, so I don't know what all I could fit it in and use it on. I'm trying it on my frog mold next, but I don't have a ton of deep molds to use it in, and I've seen people use it on coasters and kind of just wonder how. So again, just a drop or two is good, and then you take your resin that already has the glitter in it, and then you pour it right on top. And alcohol inks are so cool. I don't know if you can see in there what it's doing, but they spread across that base of whatever you put them in, and then when you add the resin, it kind of makes it like a marble effect. So that's as easy as that is. Here's the next day, and this is not the easiest mold to unmold. Usually my daughter likes to mold these, but she will never do the skull. She is scared somehow she won't get it out. I don't know. I don't really think you can break resin too easy, but that's just something she doesn't like to do. So again, if you guys have tried some of these before, please let me know what you've tried it on. I'm looking forward to trying it on a ton of different things. If you see it stuck right to the top, looks like he's got a little mohawk. Let's peel this bad boy off and reveal the geode. All right, it's suctioned on there good. Look at that. So cool. It does not look like it would have done that, but it does, and I love it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more.